Hello Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Website in the top here is kathymcleland.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish, and the website at the bottom there is hayhouse.com. Okay, good, great. Okay, what do we have for Capricorn? Okay, so the situation, and I'm just going to be, I don't know, I don't remember if these are supposed to be pages or nights, but they both feel like pages to me. The situation has not been in your control that much leading up to this. So if you work for somebody else, or if there's somebody at home you got to deal with, some situation, there's some external control going on here. So far, at least until I get into this next part, I don't feel like there's been a lot of control for you. You've been trying to get things where it needs to be. You've been trying to put them where they need to go. You communicate where you can. I feel like I've been more absorbing what the situation calls for. And I've been looking at like what's dependable, what's not. And just trying to plan best I can. But you got into it knowing what it was. I feel like you knew what it was before you got into it. And you did what you had to do. I feel like this feels very much like I did what I had to do. Very much one of those situations. I had to do this, so I did it. Doesn't matter if I like it, this is what I need to do. I think these are supposed to be the pages. Because I got the Knight of Pentacles over to the side here, and I'm getting somebody's been watching you. And I notice people tend to notice earth signs in general, but Capricorn is very good at holding the line, in my opinion. If somebody tries to push the line or tries to change things, usually pretty good at standing up for themselves. I know there's different versions of Capricorns, of course, because you get a whole chart going on there. But usually pretty good at holding the line and sticking up for yourself. And from the not the Virgos, the Capricorns, I've seen. Yeah. When you don't really, I've said this many times, you don't push a Capricorn because they'll just hold the line that much stronger. Whether they should or not doesn't matter. They will hold their ground. So people have noticed that. Ironically, I know it doesn't always go in your favor, but this time it is. It seems to be pushing somebody forward who has the ability to give you more control. They're giving you more control. Are they giving you more control? What are they doing? I'm not, I say it and I'm like, do I really buy that they're giving you more control? Or they're saying, these are the boundaries. These boundaries are going to stay this way. I need you to hold these boundaries. So, they believe in you. They got the Sun card. And they got the Ace of Wands, half in, half out. Are we going to see? Oh, they got, whoever this is really likes you. They really like you. And they're not gonna be there to do it themselves, but they just want somebody there in this position to hold the line. And they know if you agree to the boundaries, if you agree the boundaries are correct, you will hold them. If you agree. There's a lot of there's changes coming in. You're able to manifest this the way you need to. They seem to have a lot of belief in you, and not that they shouldn't, But the weird energy that I keep feeling is like it just seems to come forward randomly to you, like you're not expecting it. Meanwhile, they've been watching you and they've been paying attention. Very strong water energy. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but when I'm getting a strong water energy, like this person's very passionate. They want what they want. They need it to stay where they need it to stay, and they're looking for somebody who can back that up and hold it where they want it to be held. And they're looking at you. You're seeing it coming forward like a Wheel of Fortune type, like random moment. They have been watching. I'm also wondering if they're kind of playing it off, like, oh, well, I need somebody to do this. Would you be willing to do that? Like, they might be playing it off like it hasn't been as planned as it is. I feel like they're also looking at you, and they might even have told you that you have some rough edges. Capricorn can have some rough edges. I mean, you know, you can. But I feel like they like that. They're kind of like, yeah, but because you have those rough edges, that's why you can hold this line. Because that's what this situation calls for, somebody with a few rough edges. That's ironically why they're choosing you. If they thought you were just easy peasy, get along, I don't think they would have chose you. It's those rough edges that set you ahead. It's those rough edges that they see as an asset. If you see them as an asset, I don't know. It depends on you. But they see you with a few rough edges, and they actually like that. They're like, yeah, those rough edges are what's going to make this work. So, because I've seen this happen. Like, I've seen people kind of do that to Capricorn, like, oh, you're difficult, blah, blah, blah. But that's a gift. That's what actually helps you succeed. So you're supposed to have those edges. I see you, like, noticing this. At some point, you're going to realize that that's part of the package that they're looking for here. How do you feel about this person when they come forward? Four of Pentacles, half in, half out, and the Star card reversed. This person really does like you, but you might not be sold on that. They have the King energy, which don't get caught up in the gender. You've got the Page energy. Well, it's Princess in this deck, but don't get caught up in the gender. It's more of a Page energy. Kind of like, I'm not against them. You know, I'm not upset with them. Am I falling all over myself, happy to be around them? I don't know about that either. But I wouldn't say they were your favorite person, but you're not they don't make you angry, hopefully. Not currently. They might have pushed your buttons in the past, but you've moved on from it. You kind of see them for who they are. They like you a lot. You were like, yeah, they're okay. That's kind of like, yeah, they're okay. They are who they are. They're okay. Going forward, this combination is really kind of interesting to me. Because it's a new beginning to you, but the situation isn't changing. It's very interesting. Six of Wands, success. The Hermit card reversed. You're going to learn a lot. This is not a lot of introspection. You're going to learn a lot about what's already there, but what's already there needs to stay where it is. So, I don't know why I'm going to use a farm analogy, but I guess I will. Maybe you've never worked on a farm before, and there's only certain things you're responsible for. The farm's going to work the way the farm has been working, and that's not changing. Whatever you're responsible for, you're just responsible for these things. It's kind of like, it's almost like you have certain boundaries. Like, so a farm, like maybe part of this farm is an apple orchard, part of it is like dairy stuff, and there's maybe something else going on over, and there's a third part going on over here. You're a part of the apple orchard, we're just going to say. You're supposed to look out for this for the apples. You're supposed to make sure this gets taken care of, that these people are doing what they're supposed to do. This gets picked up, that gets dug out, blah, 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 blah. You're getting all the rules for the apple orchard part, which is a big thing. That's all you're connected to. You're learning about how this works. Maybe you've never done it before, and you're like, okay, this has to go like this has to go like that. We got to make sure this works correctly here. You're doing what you need to do. You're not crossing those lines, though. You're not crossing lines into the dairy section or the third section that seems to be a mystery. I don't know why we keep doing that. Maybe one of these sections is a mystery to you. Like, I know things happen there, but I don't know what. Like, maybe it's some type of construction thing. You know, like, I don't understand how that fits in here, but whatever. So, yeah. Like, you have the apple orchard, you have the dairy part, and you have, like, a construction business over on the side, and you're like, I can see where that's helpful for this situation, but okay. Food, carpentry, or whatever. Construction. Okay, why not? You don't deal anything with this construction or the dairy, you just do your stuff. Rules aren't changing there, you're just learning the rules. I feel like it keeps repeating, too. Because I'm noticing I'm repeating. There's some type of repetition here. I don't think you have a problem with that. The situation is not changing, that's the hanged man. The new beginning is you're the new beginning into it. Success is there for you. Learning a lot. This is actually setting you up for another level. You might get another level beyond this. The person who moved you forward is watching very closely. I get that they're watching very closely. Page of Fire reversed. They're not getting involved. They're waiting to see how well you do. They're questioning if you can get along with the people connected and actually make this work. They want to see how other people mesh in with you. You're good at holding the line. You're good with the edge. They like the edge. They like the holding of the line. They're now seeing how other people match up with you. I feel like you're going to be very well liked. Because your rules are the same for everybody is what I'm getting. When you go into this situation, there might be 15 different people you have to work with. Everybody has the same rules. And some people may think, well, I've been here longer, so I can skip around the place if I want to. And you're like, no, you can't. You're all responsible for the same thing. You can't run with scissors. You're not allowed to run with scissors just because you've been here 15 years. You still got to wear your goggles. You still got to do the things the safety way. You got to make sure the quality is there. You are doing the rules the same for everybody. If the job calls for, being careful, wearing safety gear, I don't care if you've been here 5 minutes or 15 years, you're going to be careful, you're going to wear the safety gear, you're going to look out for each other. It's all the same for everybody. People really like that. People understand that because you will tell people why. You will not be shy about it. This is the rule and this is why it's the rule because you seem to not understand why. And I'm going to tell you why. That's part of that edge. That's part of why you're wanted here. People are going to love you here. People are really going to love you because you're dependable and you treat people fairly. You got this very diplomatic feel. It's funny because it's kind of like you're not diplomatic like, oh, let's just get along. You're diplomatic like, no, this is the rule and this is why this is the rule and we're not changing it. I don't care who you are, if you've been here 5 minutes or 15 years. Safety is it and that's how it's going to get done. That's that. This is going to produce more possibilities for you because you do actually get along with people. I don't feel like you're overly cuddly with people, but that's not what this situation calls for. It calls for people to like you and respect you and do it the way they're supposed to, and that's what it is. It's going to produce more possibilities later. I feel like you have to get down the road far enough to find out what those possibilities are. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.